Alrighty, for Monday, October 17th, this is It's Just a PC. Welcome back everyone. Let me just get the stream link, put it on Discord so that everyone is here, and pop out chat, and we will figure out where we need to resume from and how much my streaming setup is screwed up after Monday, after Friday. The Friday to Monday transition I am only now coming to understand is going to be kind of a thing. Sorry, let me adjust this too. Yeah, because like this camera, I have to completely reset up the tripod, and it's a whole friggin' thing. So, I don't know. This seems fine. Hopefully that's fine. Right, this link, putting it into Discord. It is now in Discord. And let me pull up the chat. Hello, Derek Koningsberg. Why can I not scroll this page? Here we go. Pop it right on out. Okay, we are set. We are prepped. We are ready to roll. So, recapping. On Friday, I decided, well, there are a couple things to catch up on. One, we started playing with DOS 65, and one of the things that was immediately pointed out to me the day after we started trying to sysgen DOS 65 is that DOS 65 has a minimum RAM requirement, and it's not hefty. Hey, Wereworm. So we're gonna have to completely redo the cart basically at some point to give us a good layout. And I know Dave is screwing around with not quite that, but he's got something up his sleeve as well. So that is fun. But I am continuing to ignore that for the moment and just cleaning up our ROM code so that when we do have everything switched over and we start trying to do DOS 65 for real, for proper, we have our main routines mostly cleaned up and whatnot. So here's the thing. Last time we started trying to clean up the BIOS, and we found that all of a sudden I couldn't get Floppy Seek to work correctly. And then we found it worked if I simultaneously turned on the floppy power and the NES power at the same time. So my guess is that the floppy is initializing in some weird, bizarro way that's totally screwing everything up when we do them separately like that. So what I'm going to do today, before I start doing more BIOS cleanup, is take one of the 12-volt lines from that thing, put it on a barrel connector, and then just jam that into the Nintendo, and we're just going to power them both off of the ATX PSU. And enjoy an adult beverage while we do that. Okay. To the bench then. And hopefully this angle isn't too bad. Again, had to reset up everything, because I'm still going to have to figure out that Friday to Monday transition deal. I'm also thinking it would be very fun, so it is a constant complaint that I have chat, and I interact with chat, and most of the people who are on my chat are like the technical people who give me good ideas and stuff, and help me with the things that my monkey brain cannot, like, I don't know, what's the word? Figure out? And that I do not check chat. So they always give me the answers, and then I see it about 20 minutes later. So I'm trying to think of how I would do it. And I was talking about this in the Discord, but I think it would potentially be fun if we... I mean, just for those who want to do it, but if I could somehow broadcast... Here, I have to put my face cam back down there in a minute. There's one of the things that screwed up from Friday. But put Discord voice chat in the stream somehow, so that I could stream this to Discord while I'm working, have voice chat with everybody, so we can actually like conversate about what's going on, but also somehow stream that to YouTube without you guys having a 30-second delay on your own voices. Yeah. I don't know. So if anybody has any thoughts, or I'll just play with that on my own, but God knows I don't have time to play with it on my own. Right. Let's get a barrel connector. Let us steal. I'm just going to hijack it from the one that I have currently plugged in. And then I'm going to figure out this camera situation. I should probably unplug this. Oh, it's already unplugged. Ideal. Perfect. And then I need those scissors that I just tossed away. There we go. Murdered. Okay, let's see about 1 second. Moving things around. It shows this scene as having a bunch of stuff on it, and yet I do not see... Oh, there I am! There he is. Perfect. Okay. Let me get this just right. There we go. Okay. Grab the old 12 volts off of this thing. There's 12 volt. Give me a ground. I have a ground. Lovely. Ideal. Yuba-doop. Yay, more NES dev. Yeah, it's going to be every day but Fridays for the foreseeable future because this project is going so slow. That's not really a complaint. I don't really have a timeline for it. It's more just a thing to do, and then when I deign it to be done, I shall call it done. Oh boy, that really did not separate nicely, but I'm going to ignore that for the moment. Because it's 12 volts, so how much could I really screw up? VD95 says, also doing some dev right now, but for x86. Pray tell, what you working on? We love to share our projects in here. This is less a channel and more of a social space at this point, and that's very nice. It's kind of almost inadvertently what I was going for, and it makes me happy. Oh, Derek said, you know, something about a 30-second delay. There's a YouTube stream delay setting that can be changed to reduce that. It's something I'm just gonna have to play with, because it's like I would want Discord voice chat to just be Discord voice chat, and I can stream OBS to Discord. So it'd be nice if I could like somehow take this stream, stream it to Discord, and then restream again, but also with the Discord audio chat added to YouTube. But I don't know. With how small my audience is too, I might just switch to just streaming to Discord and then recording it and posting the recordings to YouTube. I don't know. I'm sure there are options. I'm just playing with the idea. Wherever said, maybe there's a setting in chat for making a noise on tag messages. Well, also the thing is I have my speakers muted so that I don't accidentally stream embarrassing sounds off of my computer. So, yeah. Vidi95 says, right now, fixing some bugs on Fastdoom support on Creative Music System sound cards. Neat. Neat, neat. I really wish I had the budget, the time budget allocated to work on audio programming stuff. Because as a musician type person, that is one of my favorite crossover areas is music and computers. Right. Where is... Do I have a working multimeter anywhere? This is a real question. Goodbye. I'm leaving now. Last I remember, this thing had a dying battery and was being really flaky. But can it still do a resistance measurement? No, it really can't. Okay, let's see. Do I have batteries? What? Which side of this is the battery compartment? It is not clear. Okay. I'm just going to take off the whole back, apparently. Oh, it's a double A. I think I have double A's. I have D's. Will a D work? Ah, here we go. Here we go. Pray, do you work? Huh. Still doesn't do anything. That's strange. Uh-huh. Did I horribly break this at some point? Is the fuse shot? Why would the fuse be shot? Oh, if it wasn't shot before, it is totally shot now. Dave says, cue the super chats where everyone is chipping in $5 to scream at you. Tarek said, the one time I tried joining a Discord video chat, it had so much overhead, I felt like my machine was going to melt for no good reason. Okay, maybe I will avoid that route. And let's see. If I just bridge this thing, I'm trying to think what I could have possibly done that would have blown the fuse in this multimeter. Oh, do I have a good piece of metal that I can just jam right in there? Because it's not this channel if we're not using hacky workarounds. Come on, you can do it. There we go. Yeah, fuse blown. Don't know why. We're just going to use this like this for right now. There you go. It even makes a nice little internal stand. How cute is that? Okay, and I'm going to assume outside is ground. And then I guess I will just, like, keep the power button pressed on the Nintendo and then turn everything on with that power switch and see if that works. Maybe? I don't know. We're experimenting with things. And I'll electrical tape that in a minute. Hey, Taco Man! How goes it? We're just ill-advisedly jamming 12 volts into the back of the NES. And let's see, does it smoke up? Okay, all right. It didn't die. The power light came on. Let's see, do I have my video capture over here? No, that's my desktop. Where is my video capture? Theoretically, it's somewhere on the screen, but I have no idea where. There it is. And it probably needs to be reset anyway, so let me just do that real quick. Okay, let's try that again. Oi! Center negative, you say, Dave? Then why did it just work? Unless it's just, you know, rectified on the inside. Totally possible that they would do that because idiots like me would attempt to do whatever this is. Okay, anyway, here's the question is, are we seeking? Let me manually rotate this shaft a bit. And it should reset and seek. And if it doesn't, then I need to look at my code because I can't remember if I had the seek code enabled right now or not. Okay, it does reset. It doesn't appear to be seeking. Huh. Okay, so I guess I need to see if my seek code was actually turned on. Totally possible it's not. Totally possible that there are ghosts. Either way, I need to get back to the code, so that's a good enough excuse to do it. And I like that it failed to read a sector here. I missed that bit. Yeah, it's totally bombing out. That's cool. That's cool. Well, anyway. Let's see if I can make that C happen again, because that was the problem I was having. Wareworm says it's one step short of replacing the fuse with a live bullet. Which would be the cooler way to go, but fortunately I don't have any bullets sitting around right now. Excuse me. Okay, yet again. Need to swap out. More shit. Hi. I'm just trying to steal this capture thing, device, source thing. And here we go, apparently. Good enough. Good enough. Here we are. Hey, look, it's Dave's code again. If you want to know more about that, you gotta join us for Casual Friday. Oh, Oklahoma. That's actually a semi-useful thing. So, I realized if I put global on things, since I'm exporting the a list of the exported symbol locations now, I can, par exemple, call into various parts of the software for the monitor. That's what I'm going for. Anyway, all right. What is it doing right now? What was this code thinking of last we left off? Okay, we turned off the seek drive code. That would definitely do it. I don't know why I did that. Let's rebuild this and make sure. Oh, right, because I was trying to see if it would read a sector, and it did not, but that's fine. But let's just rebuild this, make sure the seek is still working again. I guess try and clean up this area somewhat, just so I can get the keyboard placed again. Clean up always meaning, you know, take the things from my desk and just move them to the other desk. It's the professional way. Okay. And where did my book go? I need my book so as I can type on this keyboard without breaking things. Here. The book. Okay, we are back in business, folks. Right, I guess I'm pulling the ROM out of here. As is tradition. And then the question is, do I even still have the programmer plugged in? And it looks like that is a strong no. Okay, there we go. And everyone is happy. This was built, right? We did that. We did that shit. And do I have the programmer open? Yes, I do. One thing that did not get screwed up from Friday. Because I leave all of my windows open at all times. It's not a window hoarding thing. It's just good practice. So I had skipped Patrick's D's nuts joke because, of course, with my brain, no idea what I said. But he followed up with, first he sets us up for a D's nut jokes. Now he's talking about shafts. Tonight's gonna be fun, boys. It's always fun. Let's start there. Okay. I feel every positive feeling that this is gonna seek just fine. Let's watch it. Can you see it? Can you see it? Let's move this. It would really be nice if this was oriented in such a way that this power switch was actually, you know... Oh, do I have any Ds? That was it. Thank you. D's nuts. There we go. Anyway, can you see it? Good. That looked like a seek to me! And that was that part done. There we go. Cool. So the code is still good. Everything is working out. And we were cleaning up this bad boy. And I am just going to make a quick commit, since this actually is a Git repo now. Let's see what has changed. I don't care about symbols.txt. I guess I care about link config and link ps1. Yes, actually I do very much so. But anyway, I just want to make a commit before I start just ripping stuff out of the code, which is what I'm about to do. Is if it's not absolutely necessary, or if it was testing code, or whatever, we're getting rid of it. Bo-do-bo-do. So yes, basic SM, yes. Link config, link.ps1, I think that's all I care about. So, git add basic .sm link.cfg link.ps1. I know you can't see this, but just trust me. I'm definitely adding them. Yes. Git commit dash m here. No, that's not what I meant to do. Here. We'll move my big fat face. Actually, this is probably the place I should put it, because there's never anything up in that corner. Let's put it there. Anyway, git commit dash m seek working committing before abusing the whole before massive codectomy. There we go. Lovely, lovely, lovely. Now we can just start ripping stuff out and not be worried about getting rid of it. I guess. So where do we have so far? So we have like our initialization stuff. I need to keep that. Yes, attempt read sector. That was the part that I had made a global. I was playing with that a little bit so that I can just call it repeatedly from the monitor. It doesn't work, ever. Just FYI. Let's see. So I'm not sure if I just want to rip the monitor out for now. Probably not. But this gives me a basis where I could. Let's see. I don't know. Is there anything I really need to rip out here at this point? Seek drive works okay. Oh, right. Our temp remove after seek drive. That should be cleaned out. FDC read sector, we will deal with you later. Because that we're going to have to change. In fact, maybe that's a thing we should look into. Maybe let's connect the GoTech back up and we should play with that, because if we're looking back at DOS 65 stuff, DOS 65 has a command for the hardware abstraction layer that basically allows it to pass to the hardware abstraction layer where the current, like the address to the current floppy buffer, the current sector buffer, which screws up a bunch of stuff for us because, firstly, the way in which this is set up, it doesn't have to care about crossing page boundaries, because, you know, we did it for super speed by just having two hardwired page boundaries. I mean, almost assuredly, they're not going to put us at some random page boundary, right? Like, they're not going to put us, like, they're going to put us at a page boundary. I don't know if I can guarantee that. But anyway, we need to be able to set it, so that's fun. And this, Were these hard-coded? That's the question. No. Right, because those are in the 0 page. So I guess, actually, really, that command would just be setting these. So if I can make some assumptions, maybe we just add a routine that sets those fields, and then later we'll see if it works. And we'll test it with the GoTech for now, and then we'll try and make it work with the real floppy, but yeah. Let us do that. Let us write that routine. Attempt to read sector, go to monitor, read sector fail, blooty blooty blooty. Okay, I think this is where our routines start. Yes, they do, because right here is our entry to the monitor. So let's call this FDC set buffer. Sure, that's enough. And let us check, because I was saying any of the stuff that's like really specific to the way that DOS65 needs things set up, I will probably do inside of the hardware abstraction code. This one, since the BIOS knows the page location, the EEPROM, whatever, knows the location of those 0 page addresses, I think I'll just take that call and like forward it straight onto a call that preserves the registers and just does it. I don't know. I am making shit up as I go. So let's look really quick at, do I still have the specs on that? Set sector, no. Set buffer address. This routine sets the sector buffer starting address for all following disk I/O operations. A is low, Y is high. No return value restrictions. Cool. So if I assume that I'm just going to forward things right on, then I'm just going to store a FDC. Right. So that, what were we doing for this? Did we just have the one address and then? Wait. Okay. Yeah. Right. We have low buffer address and we have high buffer address. So I guess. Yeah, it's probably, no, it's totally fine. If we're assuming that it's always going to give us a page boundary, which is the stupid dumb assumption I'm making right now, then I should be fine to just always add 1 to the high buffer address and we're fine. Now, I don't necessarily know that I need to do this way. Right now I'm doing it for speed, to have the 2 buffer addresses hard-coded, and then I just have 2 real tight loops that fills up 256 in the one buffer and then fills up 256 in the other buffer, but this is how I'm going to continue doing it. So, yeah, I guess what I'm going to do is just rip this shit out of here and then have that code do that part. That's easy, right? Does that make sense? Does anything I do make sense? Hello, Bueller? Bueller? Oh, not that. So let's see. A is the low part. That is so gross. Because if they... Oh, that's so frustrating. Because the fact that they're sending us a low part of the address. Now, maybe somebody just did that because they were like, that is fine. I don't know. Like, it's a 16-bit address. We should send both. But, like, you would never need to send the low one if it was always on a page boundary. So that makes me all nervous that maybe that's not a good assumption to make. But, like, why? Why would you not do it on a page boundary? That would be insane. Okay. Anyway, we're just going to keep with that assumption, but I'm going to feel nervous about it the whole time. It's probably because they were like, let's provide the flexibility, but I bet they never do. I bet they never do. We'll just have to find it. We'll find out as we get this piece of shit working. Right, so what we're going to do is we're going to set the low buffer address by storing A just right in the low buffer address, and then storing Y right in the subsequent area. And then, don't need that, don't need that. Same thing, except, is there a, well, no. A will stay the same. A will stay the same. Because look at it this way. Even if they were not on a page boundary, they're a page apart, so the low part of the address for the second 256 will be the same. Yeah. Actually, that might still make this fine the more I think about it, because if it, yeah. It depends on the way that Y indexed addressing mode works on page boundaries, or handles page boundaries. I think I make some other assumptions about page boundaries, but anyway, whatever. So A will stay the same, and then this is very convenient because we can just do that and then store Y, the high buffer address, and then return, and then we're done. So I guess what I do now to test this is let's do a sector read. We'll swap out for the GoTech. We'll set this code up to do a sector read, but first we will do we will try and use that routine to set the buffer location first, and maybe try somewhere crazy. Let's look at that NES memory map again. Because above... Oh, this is cartridge space. So where is our... Okay, the 2 kilobytes internal RAM starts at 0. So whatever. We'll start at some lowish page. That's fine. That's fine. But we will. In our startup code here... Nope, that's too far. Call our whatever the heck I just called that code. Or that routine. Also, I guess I can clear these comments because that's not how we're going to be setting the sector location. I guess we'll do seek drive, but we'll seek track 0. That's fine. And then we will do. Let's see. So we'll load A. I'm going to stick with 00. And then load Y. Oh man, can you guys hear that sad kid upstairs? That sad boy. Load Y, something random. I don't know. Let's start at page 4. So that should be page 4 and page 5 is where our data should show up. And then we will call whatever I called this, FDC set buffer. There we go. And then we'll just read a sector. And there you go. Bob's your uncle. If that works, then that's one more thing we've got knocked out of the way for hardware abstraction layer stuff. Organized the way DOS 65 wants it to be. Nope. I'm so used to just being able to hit up and go. Oh man. Sorry, I think I just yelled in the mic, but let's look at chat. J Fidel says, ooh, assembly fun. Yes, it's as fun as tearing your nails out of the cuticles. I joke. I enjoy tearing my nails out of my cuticles, and it is exactly as fun as tearing your nails out of your cuticles. Santiago says hello. Good to see you, Santiago, as always. And look at that fancy syntax highlighting. Yeah, they actually did have a... This was quite a while ago that we installed it, but they have a VS Code plugin for everything, and of course they have one for CA65 assembly syntax, so I'm quite happy with that. All right, let's do the old programmy. I like how I've had half a beer, but I sound like I am wasted, and I think that's just because I've been working all day. Because what's the difference? Come here, Mr. Rom. I'll put you in the thingy. And program up some stuff. That's what we're here to do. Load the code. Set the offset. Hit OK, program away. There we go. It's as easy as that. Okay, so this should, right, don't let me forget, swapping to the GoTech. So let me yank this. Yank that. Oh, and this is going to be fun. Shit. Well, let's see what it does, because it's already moved over, but the GoTech, it takes a while to start up. And my code is probably just going to time right out waiting for it to start. So that is a bummer. But anyway, if it doesn't, then we can check that 400 and the pages 400 and 500 have our floppy data as expected, then everything's gold. And if it does screw up, then I guess what I will do is I'll just update the code slightly so that it jumps straight into the monitor, and I will export the offset to the attempt read sector code and just call it from the monitor after the GoTech is done initializing itself. But let's see. Really? Did you really? Does it just keep whatever it had loaded from the last time, but also is checking stuff? I don't know. Let's find out. Nothing to it but to do it. 0400. Dump. Garbage. So I'm guessing that's just garbage. Let me see really quick. Actually, we shouldn't really have to do anything because I think I already exported the symbol for the attempt to read sector code. I did. Let's see where it's at. It is at E19C. So we should just be able to jump to that code and try again. Hopefully. E19C. Don't let me forget. E19C. I'm going to forget. E19C, and then I think it's just G. Okay, it looks like it totally bailed. E19C. Go. Yeah, because when it drops right back into the monitor, that is it not successfully reading a sector. Yay. Let's just double check for fun. Oh, wait. Well, firstly, we can confirm by checking that buffer again. It is at 0400 garbage as usual. But I forgot that we have this thing. Where were we putting the? We are saving when we bomb out. We are saving the stack pointer value at some place. At 1B. Tis at 1B. So. Let us dump 1B, 001B, udoot, EC. Interesting, that's pretty deep. Anyway, I guess let's start dumping from EC. 01 EC. Okay. So E3C4 is where is the last place that we got called from before it took a shit. I guess I need to look at where that is now. Patrick says that rhyme was fire. I assume it was whatever I said while I was programming the EEPROM. I have no idea what it was. Not just that I don't remember, it just bleh. It just comes out. Santiago says, I think it'd be funny to have a program that updates the EEPROM in place by loading either a bin file from the floppy or accepting it from the serial port or something. Again, I say this, people bring that idea up every freaking episode. That's what this card does. That's what this card does. This is my Genesis programming cart that probably needs to be fixed. That's what this does. It actually, well, okay, two things. That's not quite what it does. These are boot ROMs. It boots off of these, and then when you make your first, I think if you try and write to the ROM, maybe, it remaps the ROMs into some area higher in memory or whatever, and maps the RAM where the ROM was. And then there's a monitor in the ROM that lets you load stuff over serial, so you can load it into the RAM, which is now where the ROM was, so when you restart the console or jump into there, it will start executing whatever you loaded into that space. And I believe the second note is, that is exactly what Dave is doing with his weird cart that he's playing with. Weird cart that he's playing with, that is, yeah, entirely what that's a very nice way to put it. I don't know how to phrase it in a less bad sounding way. Your great project that is super cool and sounds awesome. Anyway, Dave's basically designing the the finished version of the cart that we're going to use to run DOS 65 eventually. And I'm just making this garbage until he does that. And then he's going to be like, I'm done. And he's going to say, but, you know, this is not to supplant your work, because Dave is a very nice person. I'm going to be like, Dave, send me that goddamn cartridge. Just send it to me. We're working with this cartridge now. NES PC on a cart win? Dave says, I'm stealing all the ideas from this awesome person who's streaming. That's fair. This is a collaboration. Santiago says, yeah, I know about that thing, but you have a nice board where you put the EEPROM. Not wrong, but reprogramming EEPROMs that way is not trivial, because it's not like a RAM where you can just dump data into it. There's a specific sequence of things you need to do, and then you have to write in a blockwise fashion. NES might have a slow enough cycle that it would work if I just like connected the right enable signal on this thing. It's possible, because it's not like it needs any. As far as I remember, the cycle for programming the blocks on this thing are basically just set the right, and then you have to make sure you program like 256K at a time. Yeah, or something like that. But Dave, think about that. See if the NES's bus cycle is slow enough that you can do block writes to an EEPROM. Anyway, where were we? What was I thinking about? Clearly, all of a sudden, reading a sector is all messed up. Right. Looking at the stack. Why are we at E3C4? Let's look at what E3C4 is. What's the way to do that? Because I've been using the FCEUX to do most of the stuff that's involved in stack unwinding, but I don't think it's going to work in FCEUX right now, but it might be useful for figuring out where I'm at. So, oh, didn't we like dump wasn't there a way that we were dumping like a verbose assembly listing or something? Am I going crazy? I feel like that was possibly a thing, and now I'm not sure. Or maybe that's just like a flag that I saw, because it would be nice to have like addresses of all of the, like a disassembly with addresses. Anyway, I'm just going to load it up in FCEUX, which will bomb, but it's not like it can overwrite the ROM, and it has exactly that. It has disassembly with addresses, so should be good enough for rock and roll. Santiago says, yeah, it kind of sucks programming an EEPROM. Does that part you have allow for polling the status? Probably, but it's not straightforward. Dave says, board design is in layout right now. Once I unwind all the CPLD pin map to be sane, I have to rerun the fitter to make sure my pin map works, then handwire a prototype and order boards. Okay. I don't know. I don't know what I have to say to that. It's a great project. Okay, let's open up the debugger so that I can see. Let's see. What was it? E3C4. E3C4. Okay, so that would be going into E3C5, which is, we have 3 JSRs in a row. So that's, where do we have 3 JSRs in a row? Well, I'll tell you. Somewhere. Oh, I know where. This is like a sense interrupt and then some other things or something. Yeah, no, it's just a sense interrupt because it's, yeah, 08 is the sense interrupt command, and then it's the send, and then 2 reads. So it doesn't like one of the sense interrupts I'm sending. Interesting. Interesting, sir. Is it because I'm seeking? That would be strange. But yes, let us. I guess we could unwind further up past that, but like, well, let's see. Where at, oh, I don't know what I just did. Where at do we find load a 08s? Anywhere? Nowhere? Oh, right. Sorry. Right checks. LBA. Nope, I'm doing weird shit again. Why can't I search? What's wrong with everything? Oh Lord, I'm gonna close this. Something's going wrong. Weird. Okay. I just couldn't search all of a sudden. Probably because I switched into some different mode. Because of him. Yes, so. Load a 08. Regex. 08. There we go. So, there are a couple places where we do this. But this is the one where we immediately RTS. That one does not immediately RTS. That one does not immediately RTS. FDC sense interrupts. Oh, okay. It RTSs because this is the one that we have in a subroutine. That would make sense. Okay. Where is that even called from? Because I feel like we use that in precious few places. I think literally one place, which is apparently at Floppy reinitialization. That's weird. Is it because it's taking a while for the GoTech to turn on? But that wouldn't make any sense because... Oh. Wait. Well, I was going to say maybe it's because when we do floppy re-init, we're not doing that whole hardware reinitial. Oh, I don't know. Maybe we need to do a whole floppy reinit. Because this is part of FDC init right here. And this is the only place that uses the FDC sense interrupt subroutine call. So it's failing there, which is possibly because of the... maybe it's not working when we first turn on power because the GoTech is still initializing, and then it still doesn't work later because I was just jumping straight into the attempt to read sector code, which doesn't... No, it does call FDC init. Weird. Okay. So it does try and re-init the floppy controller. Huh. Strange. That is a very odd place for that to be the issue. Fascinating. Yes. One second. Let me read. Wereworm says, I once wanted to do something like that, write to a ROM, and ordered some FRAM, but later found out that FRAM reads are destructive, so a read is also always a write. Sad face. Unfortunate. Patrick Burke says, comment one out. IDK the first thing about 6502 assembly, so don't act on anything I say. Well, now I have to act on what you say. Dave says, I'm coming close to moving the floppy controller to a daughter card just to make this not suck for layout. Dave, don't give in. Don't do it. Okay, so this is insane. Why would FDC in it suddenly start failing? Is it something silly like... No, I have the floppy connector the right way around. Ooh. Somehow, I just reset the GoTech. That's good. Maybe that's what's up. Is it because I have bare wires over here, and they are screwing up everything? Could be. Could be. Let me just turn this... Oh, good. What the hell? Oh! Oh! Hey guys, I'm not even going to show you that. But I feel like maybe that could be an issue. Here, let me just take you over here. Let me just take you over here and we can enjoy one of these classic fun time Joe things where there's just stupid shit going on. So this was sitting on top of this, and it was shorting out. That's the entire story. Let's try this again. Oh, God. And then the question is, did I totally bork a bunch of stuff? Oh, no. Oh, no, you guys. Let's just put a normal ass cart in the Nintendo really quick and make sure that hopefully I only fudged up some stuff over here and did not fudge up the whole Nintendo. Let's make sure about that. Let's just check that right out. Because if I need a new Nintendo, boy, wouldn't that just be fun. Okay, we're gonna go with Final Fantasy. Need to turn the power supply on. Oh God, this thing might be hosed. This thing might be hosed. Which just means we get to move on to another fun project, you guys. I don't know why you're all so depressed. Patrick Burke says, in the arms of the angel. Okay. The NES isn't boned because the world is veiled in darkness. The wind stops, the sea is wild, and the earth begins to rot. So it's just the earth that has a problem, not the NES. Very good. Very good. Okay. So now the question is this boned? Or did we just really upset things and then it got real angry with us for a minute? Hopefully that. Hopefully just that. Well, it still doesn't like this. Maybe the lockout switch on the back got jinxed? No, you would see it cycling. Yeah. So, yeah. The question then is, what is hosed on here in particular? And is it the EEPROM? Well, that is a fast thing to find out. It might be. It could be a bunch of things. Because the part that was shorting out was the GAL, which attaches to everything. So, yeah. It's probably feeding voltage into things that do not like it. But let's see if this reads properly right now. Thankfully, I also have more than one floppy control. I have more than one of all of these parts, which is good. So maybe in a minute, if it's not this, then I'll just reprogram a new gal and swap everything out real quick. The only thing I don't have I might actually have a duplicate of that crystal. If I do, I only have one, but I might not. Okay, so EEPROM looks fine. Good. Yay. Might be the gal, might be the floppy controller. Let me pop out the floppy controller entirely and try again. Let us see. Let us see. Okay, that's out. This is in. Power. It likes power. Okay, still sucks. It's probably the gal. Let's program a new gal. I mean, it could also just be the cartridge not sitting in well still. But at this point, it's either the gal or, well, it can only be the gal. Okay, yeah, let's replace that gal. And hope I still have a reasonable version of the bit stream for this thing around somewhere. Trying not to break things more when you have already broken them. There we go. Get the fuck out of here. Let's try reading this really quick. Maybe it got fun reprogrammed. Maybe I sent it enough crazy signals that somehow it glitched itself. That, I mean, I'd believe that. I don't know anything about anything, so I'd believe just about everything. ATF 16 V8 8B. Select. Read. Okay. It read that and it's all ones. Okay, let's see if we can reflash this one. Let's see if I can remember which file it was. I'm pretty sure it's this one. And fingers crossed, will this program? Yeah, about that. Let's try one more time. I hosed it. It's the gal. Note to anyone who wants to work with one of these gals. Apparently you can hose them very easily. But I have more. Somewhere. There. 2 more, to be exact. I'm going to have to make an order. Program. Come on, program. Yay. Okay. Patrick Burke said, probably not the recommended way to erase electronically erasable memory. But effective. No one can deny its efficacy. And now I've bent the pins too far. Just can't win. Oh boy, what time is it? How long have I been going? I'm at the 1 hour mark. Everything good happens in the last half hour anyway, so that is perfectly fine. Okay, gal insert. Hopefully well, because we also had issues with that and shitty contacts before, but okay, so this should not work for other reasons now, but at the very least we should get to the monitor. Or not. Or just it all sucks. That is not how this works. This switch. Oh, you bastard. Did I screw up any contacts under here? It doesn't look like it. Oh. Wonder if I sent power back up to the MMC3 and fried the MMC3. That's also a possibility. I mean, it seems pretty obvious to me that it was the gal, but I may have blown up multiple things. Yay. Perhaps I should try that thing again in a second here where I just bridge ROM chip select right on over to the gal. Dave says the MMC3 does not like being a fuse. Where said, good thing we didn't go the dual port RAM route, would have been expensive. Yes. And Patrick Burke says, it probably loves being a fuse, which is the problem. Okay, so here's the thing. Technically, I did what was on the tin today. We did, in fact, implement more ROM routines. Yeah, I bet money that MMC3 is hosed. I was going to say there's a way we can tell, but no, because I redid things so that I can't just put the mask ROM back in. Balls. So yeah. Here's the thing, is I don't have that prototyping card yet. It's in the mail, maybe. I don't know. They haven't even sent me a shipping thing yet. But I did order prototyping cards, so they are heading here. Maybe as brief penance, y'all wanna, because we still have like a half an hour left. I think in penance, I might see if I can restore this Super Mario Bros. 3 cartridge to Super Mario Bros. 3, and then see if it works. And if it doesn't, that tells us that MMC3 is host. If it does, we have the Super Mario Bros. 3 back, and we need to switch to not using that cartridge anyway. So, yeah, I have to think about what we'll do tomorrow in either case, but I think I'm just going to do that. I'm just going to do that. Because the Super Mario Bros. 3 cartridge has lived its life. Let's see, where's the power on this bad boy? Oh, let's take you back to the desk. Worm says eBay, cheap Super Mario Bros. Cartridge, only light traces of usage. Why is there a hole in the top? Excuse me, sir. I bought your Super Mario Bros. 3 cartridge and there is a hole in the top? Sir? Okay. Desoldering gun. Heating up. Yeah, I'll have to figure out what work I can do without a working this. But it's clearly toast. And even if it wasn't, this is a thing that needs to be done at some point anyway. What am I looking for? Right. Game bits. Hopefully I grabbed the right one. Haha. First try. Oh, the work we put into you. You poor bastard. And then do I even I still have the mask where I'm sitting around on this dirty ass desk. Amazing. Do you think the mask ROM still works? It's covered in hair. Nothing but chaos down here. And that's the way I choose to live my life. The pump, it does nothing. Seriously, what the crap? And then he realized why he got this soldering gun so cheap. Alright, this was working fine the other day. Oh, Wareham says, well, that solves the problem of getting a case for the new prototype PCB. You actually make a damn good point. Oh boy, okay, trying to remember how to do this without hurting myself to make sure the pump is... I mean, the pump is obviously pumping. It is obviously pumping. Trying to figure out if it actually has suction without burning the shit out of myself. It just doesn't seem like it has any suction. Fascinating. Well, you know what we can do? You know what we can do is at least desolder all of this shit. Because... oh no, I soldered into the freaking holes. I soldered into the holes on the socket. So I must desolder. But why, I ask you? Why you not suck no solder? Okay. How do I open this? I forgot. Wareham says, need to clean the tip with a pokey bit. You're probably right. You're probably right. Ooh, I have a pokey bit right here. But is it long enough? And now it's hot. You come to this channel to watch chaos, and you get what you hope for. You can't see what I'm doing. I am reaming this with a bit of wire, which is probably not going deep enough, but let's see. Mostly, now I am just really messing up this board. I need longer wire. I don't own the proper Pokebit. Oh wait, you know what I do have is like regular ass wire. Sorry. Today is a chaotic day. Welcome to a classic Monday. Gotta clean it. Gotta clean it. Gotta clean the dang old gun. Nothing is working right. But if it was, you wouldn't be watching. I haven't cleaned the filter inside of the gun. That's why I was trying to pop it open just to take a quick look, because I'm not sure if it's on that end or if it is in the hot end. And let me just point this towards my face. You like that? Free coding projects and stuff says that was better than the free software song. I feel like I should know the free software song, and I feel like it's not good. For a moment, I thought about being apologetic, and then I realized you come to this stream every day. That's on you. I mean, thank you, but what a silly thing that would be. I'm just trying to get more length of wire. And you get free songs too, so none of us can complain here. Okay. That's as good as I'm going to do there. Let me just check real quick. See if it's any better. Not really. Okay. Power off, figure out how to open this thing. I've done it before, it's just a freaking pain. You have to push up or down on this thing, and it is not obvious which way. And then you also have to remember that it's hot as hell right now. There we go. And then see if I can remember which way this goes. Come on. And try not to shatter glass all over your hand. Oh, well. There's your problem. There's your problem right there. That's going to be an issue. Was that the whole thing? Is that it? Pump is pumpy. And I mean, the filter looks ugly, but otherwise fine. I feel potentially good about this. All right, take two. There we go. Oh, and such suction I have not seen before. Yeah! Oh, man! Okay. Well, it has clearly been quite clogged up this whole time, because last time I used this, it wasn't even close to being this good. Oh, yeah, man. This is a beautiful thing. I'm glad it didn't work, because now it gives me an excuse to make it work better. Maybe I got it on such deal because whoever had it was like, man, it just doesn't have the suction it used to. Because it had a gigantic glob of shit in it. Do you like that shot of my elbow? Is it doing it for you? See, this is why I figure, you know, audio chat would be fun, because then when I'm soldering, it could be more than just the sound of me clicking a button every now and then. You get your money's worth. Which is $0. Or maybe I should just do like a call-in show. Set up a phone number. I'll address like your relationship problems while I solder. Let me know what you think. We got a lot of avenues we can explore here. Okay, let's see if that magically just worked. Oh no! You want to know something? Desoldered the wrong thing. So, yeah. Let's try that again. And then I'll have to go fix that up. This is just... Man, this is just this project in a nutshell. And I think I'm going to have to add solder to these joints because they are crusty and nasty, and I don't think they're going to flow well. Did I put any solder anywhere? Yes, I did. I put it over here. Worm said, wrong one, wrong one, wrong one. I'm sure that's fine. I'm sure this SRAM can take the heat. And I wasn't really paying too much attention to, like, how much heat I was applying and stuff, too. Because, you know, it's just a socket. Oh, boy. Oh, boy. Let's just put a little extra solder on everywhere for everyone. The funny thing is that one is the one that's whose leads were shiny and beautiful. So like, I don't know how that's possible. That chip, the one that has not been touched, has the prettiest solder. Not old, it looked shiny and new. I'm sure this will be just fine. The best thing is, I'll get the Super Mario Brothers mask ROM back in, and it will still not work because this SRAM is hosed. You know that's what's going to happen. Oh yeah, and I have to restore the one pin that I stole off of the SRAM. That's why one of these holes is empty. I had forgotten. I thought to myself, why would it just not have a pin going through that hole? Right. I did that. I did that quite purposefully. Oh, right. Reflowing solder to the other one as well. The correct one. The one that we're trying to get rid of. That is making a mockery of me. A Colin mockery. Okay, everyone is happy, everyone is flowing, everyone is sucking. Yeah, there we go. Everyone is sucking. I said what I said. Wareform said, no worries, others have amputated the wrong leg. I guess in the big scheme of things, this is all pretty horrific. I feel like it might already be getting crudded up again. Cheap gun, this is what you get. Oh, I'm halfway there. Definitely living on a prayer. Wouldn't it be really funny if I desoldered the wrong chip again? What are we taking as odds on that one? And watch it magically just lift out. Right? That's definitely what's going to happen. Right? Yes? I mean, as good as. As good as. Okay, so here's that thing. But it only got fined $3,000, so not great. Not terrible. Yeah, anyway, sorry. You see that fuzzy looking leg up there? I now have to rerun this back down here. I'm not even going to try bending that again. I am just going to run a little bit of wire, because I'm hosed if that snaps off. Like I said, just turning this back into just a normal, nothing strange about it, everyday Super Mario Brothers card. A Super Mario Brothers cart of unimpeachable normalcy. That seems as reasonable as anything else. Give that the old clippy-do. And immediately break the solder. Nice. There, that's a thing. That's fine, don't worry about it. And then this chip goes this way. Yay, there are markings. So I cannot screw this up too bad. Don't laugh so much at me when I say such things. Okay, are you ready for, get this, you're not going to believe this, some more soldering. We are doing soldering. That's the thing where you solder. Do 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 do. Tacking in some pins with the camera angle where you can't see shit. Do 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 do. Trust me, I'm aware. You do 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 do. That you can't see nothing. You do 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 do. I'm sorry. Deep boo doop ba ba. Nothing I can do. Unless I did even a modicum of effort. But that's not my bag, baby. Thankfully, soldering so much faster. So much faster than desoldering the wrong chip than the right chip. I guess that was pretty much it. I left that open for adding more steps, but there were no more steps. It was just the wrong chip, then the right chip. That is all. Plus the re-tinning everything. I guess there was that. I guess that was a thing that occurred. Right, almost done, and then we're just going to ignore that this thing is covered in flux, because I don't give a flux. Okay, that is in there. I guess, is what you would call that. Want to see if it works? Want to see if it works? I kind of feel like probably not. Is this the wrong way around? That was the wrong way around, folks. All right, and it doesn't go in very well for some reason. Probably because of that pin that's sticking up in the air. But it closed before. It closed before. I believe it can do it again. I'm going to give it the chance. No one else believed in this poor cartridge. Someone does. That Sort of Thing Is My Bag Baby by Track Zero. And Dave says 0% confidence. 0% confidence. Me too. Let's just give that the old jam on in. Right. Use that plug for the desoldering gun. Well. Oh, so about that. Oh, no. 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 Well, that's the end of today's episode. Where we find out that the cartridge is perfectly fine. And I get my Super Mario Bros. 3 back. So that's great. That's great. That's great. And we find ourselves back to square absolute zero of this entire project. Where I said maybe it didn't start because the FTC was still out. It should have just done nothing. Should have. Anyway. Not plugging this thing back in. And it is too effed up right now anyway. So I have to think hard. I have to think hard about what we're doing next time. We might just be taking a big old left turn. Dave Cooter says, so you've eliminated all of the possible problems. Now you have to test all the impossible ones. Truer words never spoken. Here's the deal. I think tomorrow... Oh my god, I just had a thought, and now it escaped me. What was it going to be? It was definitely there, and it was a decent idea. And now it's not there, and it's a shit idea. I was thinking there... Oh, we can play more with DOS 65 stuff. Try and sysgen an image and figure out how that works, or figure out how to, try sysgenning a thing. Patrick Burke says, shift to emulator testing. Legitimately, the thought just crossed my mind, but I hate it. But it did cross my mind. Wereworm said, what was it going to be? No, that's for Fridays. And we've had enough B content so far. I need to note to self, I need to acquire a Terminator by this Friday so that we can play with the Green Scuzzy some more. I have to think about that. Anyway, that's that. Next time, let's try and figure out how sysgen works and stuff, because I have a cartridge on order, so we should be able to start taking this thing and rewiring stuff ASAP. ASAP. But I don't know when that's going to arrive. So I'll update. I'll look it up and I'll update you in the Discord. But in the meantime, we'll just try and get the DOS 65 sysgen crap to work. And I'm not even thinking. We can potentially... No. I was about to say insane things. I was going to say we could potentially start working on... whatchamacallit? The... Getting BASIC working. But, it's not just that the floppy drive's not working. It's that I can't run code on here right now. Because I just reverted the entire cartridge. So, yeah. Anyway. Tomorrow, DOS things. See if we can figure out sysgen. And if not, figure out how we can... If we can do a hand-baked sysgen based on the sysgen assembly listing. I bet it's not that hard. I feel like it's mostly taking chunks of code and slapping the other chunks of code onto it and changing some predefined areas in the images. So I bet it's not that bad. Anyway, we're going to start playing with that. So that's that. If I keep rambling on all day, I am going to explode. But this was an unexpectedly entertaining episode. Thank you for joining me. See ya. Love ya.